had a purpose. Hello, folks, and welcome to the Front Porch Lessons with Mark Morgan. I'm glad you're here. So grab yourself a cup of coffee, pull up a chair, and sit with me a while here on the front porch. Life moves fast these days, but for the next few minutes, let's slow her down and visit a simpler time and see if an old memory still has something to teach us today. Well, when I was growing up, it seemed like every tree in our yard had a purpose. Back then, I never gave it much thought, but they were just trees. Now I realized they were teaching lessons all along. We had a couple apple trees, and it gave us apples. In the summer, we had some peach trees too. I still can remember reaching as high as I could to grab one that looked just a little riper than the rest. Somehow that fruit always tasted better when you picked it yourself. I also remember watching, my granddad prune those fruit trees. As a little boy, I didn't understand, or I couldn't understand why he could cut branches off a healthy tree. It almost made it look like it was hurting it, or taking some of the fruit that had an opportunity to grow on them branches. One day, I finally asked him why. He said, because if you don't prune it, it won't produce near all the fruit it's capable of doing. Well, I didn't understand that then, but I do now. Sometimes the healthiest thing it can happen isn't adding something to your life. It's cutting something away. Bad habits, bitterness, pride, distractions. It hurts for a little while, but pruning isn't about the punishment. It's about producing more fruit. Then there was the old pecan tree. That tree teaches you patience. That's what it taught me. The apples and peaches, they were long gone before it ever gave us anything. We'd wait until the cool days of fall to gather the pecans off the ground, crack them open, and enjoy, one last gift before winter arrived. That old tree reminded me that not every blessing comes at the same season. Some blessings take longer. Well, then there was that giant oak tree. It never gave us no fruit at all. But the summer it spread its branches over our yard and shaded part of the house. And those hot Arkansas afternoons, that shade felt like air conditioning before air conditioning was common. I'm not sure it was even saved us it probably saved us some money on the electric bill. It taught me something too. Not everything valuable to has to produce fruit. Sometimes just giving people a little shade is enough. Some trees were planted just because they're beautiful. Every spring they bloomed and reminded me and reminded us that God didn't make the world just to be useful. He made some beautiful things too. Some trees eventually became firewood. They kept us warm through the winter. Some became lumber for the barns and the fence posts and stood for years after the tree itself was gone. I even remember hooking a chain around one old big tree when the tractor got stuck. We hooked the winch to that tree, and because we knew one thing, that tree wasn't moving. Its strength helped pull something else out that couldn't get out by itself. The birds knew the trees had a good place to nest. Every morning they'd fill the yard with songs before the rest of us were awake. The squirrels made homes there too. Those old trees were feeding people, sheltering animals, cooling the house, holding swings, giving us wood, helping tractors pull out free, and making the world a little prettier at the same time. Then there was those little volunteer trees that were growing up along the fence line. If you didn't cut them back every year, they'd take over everything. Life is a little like that too. If you don't keep the wrong things trimmed back, they'll crowd out the things that matter most. As I've got a little older, I've realized people are a lot like those trees. Some people feed on others. Some people provide shade when life gets hot. Some brings beauty into the world. Some quietly hold families together. Some are strong enough to pull somebody else through the hardest season of their life. Some remind us that good things are worth waiting for, and some need a little pruning before they become everything they were meant to be. The biggest lesson those old trees ever taught me is every tree has a purpose. The apple tree didn't need to become an oak. The oak tree didn't need to become a pecan tree. The pecan tree didn't have to become a peach tree, and each one fulfilled a purpose that it was created for. Maybe that's true for us too. God didn't make us all alike. He gave each of us different gifts, different seasons, different callings. Your purpose may not look like mine, and mine may not look like yours. That's okay. The world doesn't need a forest full of apple trees. It needs every tree doing what it was created to do. So if you're waiting on your season, don't give up. If life is pruning you right now, trust the process. If you're helping carry someone else's burden, keep standing strong. And if you're being blessed, be a blessing. Because the best trees never keep everything for themselves. They feed, they shelter, they strengthen, they protect. They leave something behind long after they're gone. Maybe that's the kind of life we're supposed to live. Well, folks, thanks for spending a little time with me here on the front porch today. I hope old trees brought back a memory or two. But more than that, I hope they reminded you that your life has a purpose. You may not see it every day, but somebody is being helped because you're here. If today's lesson meant something to you, I'd be honored if you'd share it with somebody else. You never know who might need a little encouragement today. Until next time, I'm Mark Morgan. Keep looking for the lessons hidden in simple things. And remember, there's always room for one more chair on my front porch. God bless you and see you next time.